Welcome back to a very basic space program. Last time we did a flyby of the moon, but we didn't actually get the mission complete for it because somebody launched the rocket before they actually took the mission. Anyway, so we need to redo that, possibly with an orbital craft, but we'll see. I have something in the works, but I will show you in upcoming episodes. What I'm looking at though is our Mars lander. Yeah, it seems none of our craft around Mars are actually getting a signal. That could be a problem. We are on the opposite side of the sun, so it might be blocking it, but I was hoping to land this thing in about 40 days, so yeah, that could be problematic. Please join me. Right, we have a few things that are going on right now. We have the Discovery Saturn mission, so Discovery 14 going to Saturn. In 5 days, we're going to have a flyby of Tethys finally. Mate, we're going to check in on in about a month, see how that's going, but I don't think it's going to have signal. I'm concerned that we actually don't have signal at all for it, so we're going to potentially have to send some sort of communications thing, which I'm having built here. We then have a maneuver for Jupiter, and this should put our Discovery 12 on course for the final Jupiter moon that we can do a flyby of. And once that's done, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with the craft. So yeah, comment down below on what to do with that. Do we leave it in orbit? Do we plunge it into the depths? It's not going to work as a relay. Maybe we go into Jupiter's atmosphere and just see what's going on. I don't know. Right, what else have we got? We have some missions that definitely need to be done. We do have a Mercury window there, but I'm just going to have a look at that. That is too much Delta V. We're not going to have that one. I have something in mind for Mercury, but we'll see. There's a craft I have in mind, although I also have a new launch vehicle that's going to be developed, and that might equally give us quite a lot of potential for Mercury. So these two Mercury ones are going to be good. I'm concerned the signal out to Uranus and Neptune is not good. So we may end up having to send another set of craft out there that are bigger and more bulky. So we've got a year to think about that anyway. And we've got that Mars window there. So we may end up with mates sitting around Mars for about a year. The concern there is, when is the landing mission? The landing mission is got a few years. That's okay. That's not a problem. So I think in this episode, we're going to be looking at launching a crew to the space station, actually putting them on the station this time, and seeing if we can leave some bits behind, and doing this Saturn mission. So let's go play with Saturn. I think here we are around Saturn. We can time warp this a bit, I suppose. We are going to have probably a pause because the craft we're going to launch up to the space station. Oh, that's interesting. Why did you pull out? What have we got going on here? What's happening with you? Let's have a look. Where's my things and stuff, and what's it? Ah, right. That's going in and out as it's doing stuff. Is it still doing science? How much science have you gathered for me? How much are we on? You're not telling me. Come here. Thank you. That's the one. No, I want this. Thank you. We got 1,000 science already for it. That's staggering. So what we want to do, we're going to wait until we're about a day out. And then I'm going to shut this down. We're going to shut it all down. Shut it all down, right? Because we're not in a mass hurry. What data are we actually getting? Oh, so we're doing the image spectroscopy stuff. That's huge amounts of data to send back. Okay, I see. Right, we're going to slow you down right now with an hour to go. Right, so what I want to do is I want to turn this all onto stopping. All of that, thank you. We need to get your power up a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to turn this off. Turn everything off. There we go. That's good. So hopefully now when it goes into high power mode, it's going to stay off. And then we can, when we get into the sphere of influence, we can turn the thing on. Right. I believe we have the Tethys mission selected. I need to check this. Let's have a look. I bet we don't. Right. I'm going to go and quickly grab Tethys, because I think we're on track to accept it, aren't we? Let's have a look. Yeah, we should be coming in. Focus you. We should be coming in nice and close. How close? We're going to be within 25 kilometers. Right. Let's go collect that and do that. Right, here we are at mission control. There is a lot of missions. Now, interestingly, Jupiter Atmospheric Probe We've got to go below 800 kilometers. I don't think we've got a probe that would do that. I don't think our probe would survive. Let me put it that way. It would be extreme aero braking. Let's have a look. Where are we? Tethys. Don't need a rover. Tethys. So the only Jupiter moon we've got left is Callisto. That would take 4 years. So we could actually take that because we should be able to get a flyby of it. Tethys. Within 1,200 should be able to do that. And I need to transmit science. Again, if we get in there and we gather some science and it doesn't tick it off because it's not completed a science or something like that, as long as it has transmitted something that gives us a point, I am willing to go into the cheat menu and actually do that, because I think that's a little cheeky. Because you'd imagine it would just get pictures. You get pictures and you'd get the mission completed. So yeah, I'm just going to do that. Right, so we're going to take that. Let's give us a nice bump. You may have noticed our funds have dropped since the last episode. That is because I have been tooling some things in preparation. Now, I haven't tested what I've tooled, so it could be horribly wrong, but we will see how it goes. Well, that's interesting. What is that? That must be something. Titan, something big, huge thing. That is, whatever that is, it's big. It might actually be Tethys. I don't think we're getting that close to Tethys. It could be, though. Right. So the mission is on. Let's just check. We've got our electricity building. Good. What's that? That's sending signal back to Earth. That's good. Right. I think we're just going to let this run in now, aren't we? So we've got about an hour. We're going to let that electric charge just build up over that time. I would really like it to have just full electric charge, but we may not. We may not have that. What I will do is we'll go into, go into this here. We're going to go into data. I'm actually going to pause the transmission of that because that's around Saturn. We don't need that transmitted while we're doing stuff. How long are we actually going to be in the sphere of influence? I don't think it's going to be very long, is it? It's going to be but moments. So I think we get everything we can and just gather every single piece of data we can gather. How are we looking for? We're full on electric charge. That's good. Right. So the encounter is then. Perips is then. Escape. It's not a very long time. We're going to be. It's very quick flyby. This is definitely. I don't know. I'm not sure. Did Voyager even get close to the moons and stuff? I don't think it did actually. Right. Just bring it. Oh, it's now forcing us to slow down. Okay. Because we're on a 15-minute warning. Delete that. Go to there. Thank you. Right. We're now going to bring it in closer and closer. When we get to within about a minute, I will stop it and we'll activate everything that needs to be activated. So about now. Well, it's a bit early, but we'll go for that. Right. Let's have a look. So hello. Thank you. Right. Turn on. No, you're just watching me press buttons now, aren't you? There we go. This is great. This is great YouTube. It's great YouTube. It's high quality content. Right, and just turn all these things on, please. There we go. We are on. Is that going to turn on? Don't know if it is. That's on. That's on. Wax on, wax off, all that sort of stuff. Right. Now we're going to keep an eye on this. Is it going to go down? It's not going down. That's interesting. I suppose we're not transmitting because we've turned that data set off because that's got a year and 24 days to go. I actually need to check on the Jupiter mission to see if it's still got that going. Interesting, that's space high. So is there a space low one for that as well? Interesting. Right. Okay, here we go. Tethys is quite big, actually. I did not. That must have been the thing that, yeah. Wow. That is a biggie. That is quite large, isn't it? I suppose it's a moon. It's a big moon. That's interesting. Little mark there, little pock mark. Right, interesting. Are we in the sphere of influence now? Is the question I have. I can't tell. We are not in yet. There we go. We've just jumped in. Right. What are the big ones? All of them. They're all big. Okay. Infrared. Wow, we are getting a lot of stuff. Is this now space near? I think this is space near. Right. So how long are we actually in? How long? That's a really cool picture there. Just yeah. Look at that. That's cool. Just fly by. Just fly by. Like so. Yeah, that's cool. We could actually get a little closer, couldn't we? There we go. We could go for the stylish angle, like so. Yeah, that's a nice one as well, isn't it? Oh, now we're quite low to Tethys. Now the concern here is what's my... Perhaps is well above the surface. Okay, that's okay. All right, how long are we actually going to be? We're going at normal speed. We're just going really, really fast. How long are we going to be? We're going to be 30 seconds there. We're going to be a minute and something to there. Okay, right. So we've not got time to complete the science of anything, but we do have time to basically do the flyby. Okay, that's interesting. Of course, we're now, because we're going close. It's getting close. Yeah, that's interesting. That's nice. That's nice. Just going to skim it. So this is probably our close approach coming up now. This is very close. I didn't realize Tethys was this big. I should really actually, learn scale. I suppose some of the moons are quite vast for the gas giant Titan, for example. Right, and there we go. We're off out. Okay, superb. Right, that is us flying past there. Good. We can get back to this. Right, let's have a look. Have we achieved anything that we needed to on that mission? We have flown by Tethys. Again, transmit science data from space. Now, I'm transmitting it. There's vast amounts of data coming past now. Yeah, seriously. So, but have we got any credits? That's the question. Let's stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop the visible imaging. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Just let it build up. Pressure scan is fine. Temperature scan is fine. Telemetry scan. Stop that. Stop that. Pressure scan. Temperature scan is all I really want to transmit right now. Telemetry is going. Okay. So we've got points added. So we've actually added a point to the construction timer, but it has not given us the science data. That's interesting. So we've actually done enough to generate a point of info or something. We've done enough to actually generate. Let's have a look. Yeah. So you can see us ticking it up. We're ticking up credits of science there. There's 1 credit of science gone already before we actually left the sphere of influence. Just in that time I was watching. So yeah, that's a little bit deceptive, isn't it? I'm going to give myself that flyby because we got science. We're transmitting the science. That's something to look at. Is it just you need a certain amount of data to come back while it's there? It'd be nice if it told you. That's a cool picture of Tethys, actually. That is, we're facing the wrong way, but it's a cool picture of Tethys. Right. So I take that as us achieving, and you can see we're now transmitting fast amounts. I'm gonna give myself that mission. I would love to know, actually, I could probably go and look in the sort of design as to how much data needs to be transmitted. What is considered a piece of data transmitted? Is it a complete piece of data? Because if that's the case, again, we could just put some craft on these things that decoupled and did the piece of research as well for you. You'll notice the orbital speed is off the charts. Right. Next, what have we got? What can we go for? I can't remember what else. Is Tethys the first flyby we've done here? I don't know. We've done Enceladus? No. Right, let's have a look. That says target. You are a bit distant. What about rear? It says target. A bit distant. That's going to be over there. It says target. That's interesting. So what we could do is we could add a maneuver, and then we could go what's happening in the future. Well, that's a close one, actually. That is potential. And it's at the ascending node. What is that I'm looking at? Mimas. Have we done Mimas? Right, so we need to look for Mimas, Enceladus, Dione, Rhea. I mean, that would be the best one. That would be the one that I would want. But that's never going to happen because we're so off the plane, it's not going to happen. So we're looking at the inners. Right, so we have completed Tethys. We still have missions for Dione. We have missions for Enceladus. We have missions for, where are we? We've done Mimas, I believe. Yeah, so we got a flyby of Mimas. I can't remember, that must have been a previous episode. That's terrible. I've forgotten such landmark things. So Mimas is done. That was obviously the easy one, actually, looking at it. Rhea still to do, and Titan is still to do. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to take that node. We're gonna move it. Come here. Thank you. We're gonna move it all the way out here, just in case I do need to do anything. There we go. Right. Let's have a look. So working from the outside, Mimas we've done. Enceladus, Rhea, Dione. What else have we got? What's that? Oh, that's Iapetus. Okay, so that's not going to be an option, is it? Or is it actually? Let's have a look. It says target. No, it is not, because actually our orbit is now below its orbit. That's interesting. We could bump it up, but it might be a bit. Yeah, in fact, that wouldn't be a nightmare, would it? Now that is an option. We do have a lot of delta V on this craft. Let's play around with the inner planets first. So Enceladus, we have not. Let's start from the middle. So we have done Mimas. So let's have a look at Enceladus. Set as target. Close. Whoa. Hello. Did not expect that to be close. Okay, Enceladus, you are the target. Let's have a look. How close can I get to you is the question. So that was fortuitous. Right. Let's have a look. We'll do a little bit of this. I want to do that there. All right, we're going to do a little bit of playing around. Right, that's going to bring me in, is it? Yeah, we got that's an encounter for 16. What does it do to me? Now the question is, do I want to bump up? Because if I bump up, potentially I get a Iapetus encounter in the future. That's that would be good actually. So let's have a look. So I'll just focus view. How close are we getting to you? We're going to hit you. Oh, we're going over the pole. Oh, it's annoying. Right, let's have a look. Let's see. Can we do a little bit of this? Bit of magic. Pull us onto the plane. That's going to be pull us onto the plane of you. Okay. And then I want to do a bit of that one. What does that do to us? What is that doing to our orbit? It is doing nothing. Do we just go for that? I mean, the alternative is it's not a very big, it's not a very large, it's not a big thing, is it? No. It's not going to have a massive impact on anything. What's it do? Actually, I must check. What's that? Perips is straight through the middle of the cloud of stuff. But yeah, which side would I like to come in on? Is that its trailing edge or its leading edge? That's its trailing edge. I'd like to come across its. Let's see if we come across its trailing edge. It's going. That's a possibility. Yeah, let's do that one. So that's the burn we want to do. That's going to be in 67 days, which means it's going to be quicker than the Jupiter one. Now, after that, get a second flyby there, actually. A little bit of a maneuver just after it. We could actually get a flyby there, double flyby. It's an option. Ooh, I like that. It's a very nice option, actually. If we add a maneuver there, can I do anything with this? Let's have a look. Let's go. How close are you? Can we do a little bit of tinkering with this and get it to do stuff? Yeah, we can. So we could do a little bit of. Oh wow, we could get a double encounter. That'd be quite cool. That's the wrong way. Bit of that as well. Oh yeah, no, bit more of that, and then tiny bit of this. Not the other way. Is it going to be? No, it's not going to want it. It doesn't want it. That's going the wrong way. That's going the wrong way. Bit of this. I think it's that. Yeah, there we go. No, that's going the wrong way. So it's close. It wants to do it. It's just a matter of not going up too far. I need to put it right at the minimum. Too much. Yeah. So we're right on it there. Yeah, that's. We're right as. Or maybe it's not going to show it up. We're within 500 kilometers. That's probably not going to let me see it because I've got an encounter that kind of a second encounter like that. Can I? I don't know. So that's potentially a flyby maneuver that's going to get us twice. So that's quite nice. I quite like that. The idea of getting a double flyby. There it comes round and then we catch it again on the other side. That'd be quite nice. We could get double the science. from it. Right. Yeah, we'll do that. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that maneuver. So we're going to add that to the to here. We're going to put that in. We'll make that make it 10 minutes before. There we go. Right. So that's going to be in 67 days. That's not a big issue for us. We have mate 1 coming up. That's not going to be an issue. We're not going to care about that too much because it's not an important one. Right. I think we need to go and launch a rocket. All right, so the mission we have is to put our craft into an orbit which is less than 475, more than 275, very low eccentricity, and have them stay there for 9 days. And then after that, we're going to try and dock them. So here we are on the launch pad with the original design of the Dog 3 craft with its Javelin 5 launcher. We have on board, we have Jenny Lefebvre, we have Cornelia, and we have Mary Wilson. Of course, we've got our pilot, our scientist, our engineer, because that's what we do. Let's have a look. First of all, get rid of that. Don't need that. Thank you. Yeah, well, right. Where is? Let's turn off some of these things. I don't need that. I don't want you. I don't want that. Well, I can have that actually, but I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. And I'd really like it if we just turned those off. That's better. Right. So where's my target? I can't find it. There you are. Right. No. Of course you're up there, aren't you? Where I'm going to click on everything else. There we go. I'm going to set you as target. Now, let's have a look. Does this craft have a lot of punch? It sort of does. What's that? Does that second stage really have that much? What is in here? Have we got a lot in there? How have you got so much? Okay, so that's not a big issue then. 3, 6, 8, that should get us to orbit. So, let's put us in a what's the maximum I can do? Orbital flight. Let's put us in 400. Yeah, let's put us in a 400. So I'm going to see if we can get this to actually do this. So ascent guidance. Let's have a look. Where are we? Ascent guidance. Right. I would like you to go 400. So I'm going to go 390 by 400. There we go. I don't think it can do that. I don't think it will do that. I don't think it'll be efficient at doing that, but we'll give it a go. We're going to launch into plane of target. And I think I'm ready. So let's see. Got those engines go. That decouples. That goes. That goes. That goes. The fairing will then go. Then this will go. That should be okay. I think. Right. Engage it. Make it happen. Right. We're time warping. How exciting. I always get a bit nervous at this point because you're not quite sure what's going on. We're getting a lot of science transmitting back from obviously our other missions. So we've just got another KCT upgrade point, which is always nice to see. All right, we look as though we're about ready to go. You know what, we could go and we do this thing again where we do the rendezvous planner, and then we can actually see how close we're going to be. All right. Now, of course, trying to put this into a circular-ish orbit. Oh, there we go. We can zoom out. What I will do is, as soon as this thing launches, there we go. We're going to bump it up to 2 times. There we go. Perfect. Right. So again, it launches a little earlier than I do. And then it seems, now last time we had the odd launch profile, didn't we? So we'll see what happens this time as to whether it is true after it does a staging. It turns very quickly. I suppose we could change that. So boosted pitch start 50 meters per second. We could actually change that to 100. Would probably be better. I think for these launch vehicles, probably 100. 50 is a little low. Guidance input, okay. And then the boosted pitch rate we could probably drop as well. Because yeah, we're at 400 and we're pretty much going. I would probably be doing this a little bit later, if I'm honest. Interesting, relative inclination goes up, which is not the way I do it. So it lets its relative inclination go up, and then it brings it back, which is not the way I do it. I tend to sit on it most of the time and try and ride that relative inclination. Interesting. Right, we're coming up a little bit, 40 seconds left on this, we're going to have to speed up a bit. Guidance intervals in that point there, we're going to slow it down once we get towards that time point. Because again, it's only doing its guidance locking sort of every second, so yeah. Interesting, it does run red with this, no matter what we seem to send up, right, so we're going to drop it down a little bit. Now let's see, does it have the ability to control it? Yeah, it seems okay. Seems alright. Now, these don't require RCS, do they? No, they don't. I don't think any of these engines require the RCS component. It's just the other one. Right, and then we can just ratchet that up a bit again. Right, okay. Now, when's it gonna stage? Oh, I have to do that. Oh, no, it's done it. Okay. Oh, did it do it as soon as I pressed that? I don't know. Okay, so it's about 110 kilometers up. That's interesting. Right. And then, are we bringing it back? Now we're starting to bring it back. The relative inclination is coming back. Now, should be quite a steep launch. It says second burn is going to need 2 something. Right, we've got enough in the second burn, it believes, to do this. A lot more than enough, in fact. It'd be interesting to see how high it's going. So it's got its apoapsis up there now already. Okay. The problem I'm going to have is it going to do too much? Because they see that time to apoapsis is really high. Yeah, it is really high, in fact. Like, if it was me, I'd be looking to level this out now. Is it going to just do it now, though? It's interesting. How's it going to do this? It doesn't think it's... Yeah, thrust is off by percentages. That's interesting. So that'll be the changes to do with variable thrust and stuff like that. Is it going to do it, is the question. Or is it going to be too much? Is it going to... it's going to go over the top and then it's going to burn down. Aha, I see. So it's not the most efficient of launch profiles. But it's likely to get us there, is it? It's interesting. No, we're still going up. Okay. That is interesting. Oh, no. We're now going down. We're now going down. So it's now put its nose down enough to get us down. So it's got up to the height it wants, and now it's going to counter it. Okay. So you can launch into a nice high arc like that. But it's not very efficient. This is like me doing a bad burn. I suppose if you don't have a second ignition on the engine, it's dead easy. So we could do this. We could put this thing up there doing this, and yeah, it'd be fine. That's cool. Turn it down to normal speed now because we're about to do it. How much delta V we're going to have left? We're going to have about 700 meters per second, something like that. Oh, actually more. We're going to have about 800 meters per second. Wonderful. Perfect. Right. Well done, Ascent Guidance. That's you've improved. You have improved. I approve of you. I think when you have the craft built properly, you're okay. It's when you've got coast stages and unguided stages and things like that, it doesn't like it. Right, we're going to decouple that. Okay, thank you. We've got a bit of a jitter there. Right. Okay, let's have a look. We are in the correct orbit. We're okay. We're counting down. So we just need to check all of our stuff and things. Let's get this set up. Running these things here. Now the thing is, I've kept it below. I think it's about 600, because you do get the Van Allen belts and stuff at certain altitudes that are problematic. We should be okay. Let's have a look. What do we got here? Contract complete. Oh, that's the Tethys flyby. That's nice. Did I do that one? I can't remember if I did. All right. Is this running? It is running. Good. And then we've got this. This is running, is it? Yeah. So one of the reasons I want to dock this thing with now where's my HTP? I want to block off the helium. It's been done. Right. One of the reasons I want to dock this thing is because this has got potentially space on it. It actually has some space we can actually add, so it makes just living on the space station a little more pleasant for them. Right, let's have a look. So electric charge is going up. Let's have a check. We have days and days and days and days of stuff. Cool. So I'm going to let this run through until we've got those 9 days out of the way, and you can join me for trying to dock and so forth once we get to that point. Right, we have completed the time on orbit. We've spent quite a while on orbit there. We've got like 10 days on orbit, something like that. We have 13 days left. We've got, interestingly, perpetual water. So obviously it's done something recently that's activated the water pumping. So now we want to do that. We can do a Hoffman you know what? Let's do this. I never do this normally, but let's do a rendezvous. We'll use the rendezvous planner because it's easier. Intercept with a Hoffman transfer. Okay, that's cool. When is that going to happen? That's going to happen in a day. Oh, okay. Well, I will go forward a day to get to that point. Then we'll do the Hoffman transfer. How close is it going to get me? Doesn't tell me, but we'll do. How close are you? You're going to be. You're going to be. 0.9 kilometers. That's not great. I could probably do it better myself, but we'll live with that. So let's bring that in. It's only 23 meters per second. I will go to that point and I shall see you when we're ready to do it. All right, we are 50 seconds out. So we're gonna execute that node. We're gonna turn the RCS on and let's check that all of it is working. Are you working? You are not. Your ones in the top are not. Is this to do with this again? Do I need to do this where I undo that? We're going to find out in a second. So there was in the previous episode, we identified that if this is locked off, the RCS above it doesn't seem to want to fire, which seems a little bit odd to me. It's like it's taking it through these tanks, but they are actually different. It's UTMH, so I don't really get it. Is it using its... is it... It's got no pressurant. But then they're high pressure tanks, aren't they? So it shouldn't be, unless there's been a change somewhere. Yeah, we're using a bit of the pressurant from there. That's interesting. That is interesting. Right, so we can just fire this engine, I think. There we go. Do that. We can shut down that engine there. Go. Wonderful. Right, how close are we going to be? Please tell me. We are... That's terrible. That's terrible. Right. Are you going to finish my alignment for me, please? Right, so we're using the pressurant out of there. Why? So does this not have pressurant? That does have pressurant. Why does this not have pressurant? That's interesting. So we actually do need to redesign the craft, because we're actually using the pressurant out of this. That's why it has to be active. I mean, unless... I mean, I could make that priority. So that's been the problem. Now, why did nobody tell me these things? Why did you not tell me? Right, let's have a look how close we're going to get. We're going to get within a bit, somewhere-ish. Turn off that. What do we want? Let's do a little bit of... Yeah, we can do a little bit ourselves. We'll bring it us within what? No, we'll do that. We'll do a bit of that, bit of this, bit of that, bit of that, within 60, within 63, 62. And what about a bit of this? No, a bit of that. But no. Yeah, I think that's as good as we're getting. Within 62 meters. Okay, turn the RCS off. And we have got 43 minutes until we get to that point. Okay. We're going to put ourselves onto target. We're going to put ourselves on target retrograde. Oh, I could do that. I could just match velocity at close approach. That is an option. That isn't a bad idea. It's not a huge thrust, is it? You know what? We're just going to move towards that time, because that's a nice marker anyway. We may get it to do it itself. I'm not sure if I like it, but it is a little better than me doing it with the main engines. The computer is a little better at doing the turning off at the right time. So we'll see. We'll get it close. We'll get it to within, 2 minutes or whatever. Coming in, and there we go. Right, within a minute now. So let's have a look. There it is. We're going to execute next node. There we go. Turn on the RCS. Going to position ourselves on it. I don't really want to fire the main engines at it, but if we have to, we're going to hold that one there. Right. Now, is it actually set to do this? I wonder whether it'll actually know that it needs to ullage first. I can't remember if it's actually done that. It's been set up for this. Right, is it ullaging? Now would be good. Now would be good. Now would be good as well. Be even better now. Good would be good now. Go now. Fire the engines, please. Oh, I need to activate the engines. That would be a thing. That would be me. Whoopsies, forgot to turn the engines on. But sorry about that. Let's just go back towards you a little bit. There we go. We'll just do a bit of that. Right. See, this is a large docking, isn't it? So we want to do that. We're going to control from here. Right, now let's have a look. How close are we? We're within range for doing jumping backwards and forwards. Where do I want to dock? I'd really like to dock on one of those, possibly. I'd like that one. Are we on? No, we're okay. Right, let's jump across. Okay. I think I want this one. Control from here, please. We're going to turn that off. We're going to turn that on to turn that off. Thank you. I want to go put that normal, please. There we go. We'll put it on stock to hold normal. I think Smart ASS will actually do that for you and will hold you on that, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going to try and dock at that point there, which will be cool. There we are. So this hopefully will come normal or anti-normal and dock along the top there. Is the plan. Are you going to hold? Going to stay still? How much actually fuel have you got left? Oh, you got loads. We have because we've got this thing in, haven't we? Now. Has this got the same problem? No, it's got pressure in it. That is interesting, isn't it? It's also got excessive amounts of torque going on. Why have you just done that? Why are you rocking and rolling quite so badly? You know what? Orbit, normal. There we go. That's better. Maybe this will be better. Maybe the Smart ASS will be better at doing this. Is that approaching? It is getting closer. Okay. Right, now we're going to jump back across. Right. Let's have a look. How are we doing? I want to face the target, please. So put me towards target to start with. We're doing this because I want to actually come in and see where I'm going, and then we'll reposition the craft as need be. This is not the way you should do it, honestly. Right, I want to do a bit of that and a bit of that. And there we go. Right. So we're coming in. And I could do a bit of the old physically time warp right now. Like so. There we go. In fact, we're going to do a bit of physically time warp. So closest approach is in about 9 minutes, it says. We'll let that happen. I'm not coming in particularly fast. It says that it's going to be in 7 minutes, and we're going to be closer than that before then. So I don't really get. I suppose it's jumping past the closest approach. Here we go. So within 250 would be nice. We're going to come over the top, are we? Right. I think we're going to stop it there. Right. And then we're going to do a bit of that, bit of this. There you go. And then I would really like it if I could bring that there. Come on. Is that helping? I don't know. Bit of that. Bit of that. We just want to bring it towards the target. There we go. There we are. Right. So now we should be closing on the target again. We can just do that. This is not how NASA does it. Yeah, just let me say that to you. Oh, you know what? I haven't actually checked. Where's my electric? Electric is okay. Okay, so just switching scenes between crafts doesn't mess up the whole electric situation. We're going to come in. Right, we'll do that again. So I could have done this a bit more aggressively, if I'm honest. We could have done it a lot more aggressively, in fact. I'm going to put this on the other side, just there. There we go. There we are. We're going to go again. And we're going to get within 100, and then I'm going to start thinking about what I want to do. Just with life, the universe, and everything. This is a big craft, actually. It's a very heavy craft. Having that and the service module on is a biggie. But then again, we are testing something, because we're going to have to do something like this around the moon if we're going to do an orbital rendezvous around the moon or anything like that. Right, we're now debatable as to whether I'm actually closing or not. Right. We are really not doing that great. All right, let's have a look. I'd like to get closer to it. actually. So let's do that. At least we're in the sun. At least we're in the sun. So that's a positive. Yeah. Interested, the marker's gone. Oh, there we are. Right. Do that, do that. Get me in there. Right, how close are we? You know what? Let's just hammer it home a bit. Get me to within that there. And then get me within 5, I think is good. Yeah, there we go. 0.5. Right, so where are the solar panels? Where am I coming at? We're coming at on the side right now. So I probably want to go... where are we looking at? Where is my thrust? We're going to come up at one side. Right. Okay. And what about a bit of that? I don't want that one. No, I want this one. I want to bring it up over the top, I think. There we go. And then I want to go put ourselves into target relative minus. There we go. No, put it in that one. That's the wrong one. Relative or parallel minus. That's the one. That's the one. Did I use target negative last time? Was that something I was doing? I should have been using parallel. So this is going to put us basically parallel to that docking port that I want to go to, because that is now, I believe, our target. Yes, it is. There we go. And then we'll just drift over the top. And then I have to be aware of where my ports are, basically. Right, so we're going to be within, again, this is still saying kilometers, is it? Oh, no, we're on apoapsis. Within 37, so we'll do a bit of that. Pull it down, bit of that. That's going to bring us within 34, bit of that. Yeah, we just need to do that. Now, let's have a look. How good are we getting? 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. What I should do is actually just fly over the top and then, you know, then I'll be sorted. There we go. We have used a lot of, well, not say that, we've now got a target velocity that's actually quite significant because of what we've been doing. So I'm going to have to counter that at some point. Right, let's have a look. Are we coming over the top? We could go a little bit further out, actually. What I could do is actually put us into target negative velocity, which would, relative velocity minus, which would actually probably help us for slowing down when we get near it. So I'm actually going to do that. We probably shifted to parallel a little too soon there. Just going to pull this in, and then we can, I mean, I could do it with the other RCS, but I don't want it, if I'm entirely honest. And I want it to swing around, and as soon as it gets there, we're going to start firing. Yeah, just fire all of those. There we go. It's actually probably quicker for it to slow down sideways on because we've got more thrusters thinking about it. But yeah, that's not a problem. So what we want to do is just bring that down. It's going to reorient itself just above. Oh, we're going to go over the top, aren't we? So that's why it's doing that. So we just want to stop it completely. There we go. There we are. That's nice. Perfect. Right. Then go parallel minus. I think we're a bit too high. Correction. I think we're actually going to turn that off and do that. Hold that, please. Hold that, because I need to move the craft up a bit. Do that. Just pull it away. Pull it away just a smidgen, because we're actually going to turn on to the craft if we're not careful. That's better. Right. Okay. So what we did there, this was going to swing around, and this was actually going to probably knock onto that, which is not a good thing. Right, now we can go parallel minus again. How are we doing for pressurant? Pressurant is not great. So that is something we definitely need to fix in the future. All right. Now, what do I want to do? I want to go a bit that way. And a bit that way. I want to go towards you. And I want to go, let's go, are we going away? Go towards you, please. And that, please. And then forward. And a bit down. Oh, have we missed it? Oh, we're bouncing again. Note to self, stop doing that. Right. Okay. I want to go that way. Hold on, why have we only got one firing? Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. And I want to do that. Yeah, and then I want to do that. Bring it back, please. A little bit more of that, a bit of that. Come in, just to there. That's it. There we go. Better, better, better. Oh, come on. Are we on? There we are. Right. Turn off the RCS. Thank you. Docked. All right. Well, that was a challenge. What have we got done? We have completed a mission. We have sent crew to there. We've extended the capacity. Wonderful. Right. Note to self. Can I get some pressurant from there into here? I don't know if I can. Is that disable crossfeed? No. Enable disable crossfeed? No. Has this got something to do with it? Right, it's enable crossfeed. Ahaha. Right, so right click that, then click that. No. Right, let's try this. So right click that, no. Right click that, no. Did we have that option available? Right click that, no. Is this got crossfeed on it? Not sure. I'm sure we've looked at this before. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to have the crew take a little meander. Are we? Now, this is the interesting thing. How close are we to doing the 30 days? It's reset because we docked. Okay. Right. Let me have a think. That one there, what's in here? What are these? These are Aerosine NTO. Okay. That's Aerosine NTO. So what if I do... That crossfeed is disabled. That crossfeed is enabled. So like, can I do that and that? No. Get rid of that. Can I do that and that? No. And you can't do it on here, can you? No, you can't. That is annoying. That's okay, that's okay. That's a different fuel type. That's a problem. That's okay. This is okay. Ah, this bit. Enable crossfeed. What about that? Will that help? Does that do stuff? Ah ha ha ha. Okay, so I want to move the pressure in. And you tell me I've run out of pressure in. Wow. Okay. Oh no, the other way out. Out. That's what I want to do. So that's the one I wanted to go out of. Right, okay. So that works. Does that mean I can then fill these tanks up? That would be quite handy if I could do that. But I think we're going to end this episode here. So I'm going to mess around, transfer some fuel around, transfer pressure around, things like that. Next time we're going to have to do some modifications of the Dog 3 and try and fix this pressurant issue, because I don't want to have to pump pressurant around regularly like this. And that's it. So from me, until next time, have a great one.